Hey, Chargers fans, buckle up, because today's update is going to leave you speechless. There's something big happening in Los Angeles. A storm is brewing, and at the center of it is your team, the Chargers. We're talking bold draft moves, smart planning, and maybe, just maybe, the start of something great. But before we dive into the latest news, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on your favorite team. Trust me, you'll want to stay locked in. Now, back to the action. Imagine this. A packed stadium, the crowd roaring, and Justin Herbert launching a rocket downfield. But this time, he's not doing it alone. The Chargers went all in during the 2025 NFL Draft. Out of their first 7 picks, 5 were on offense. That's not luck. That's strategy. This front office is building something dangerous, and it starts with fresh firepower. Leading the charge? Omarion Hampton, a 220-pound machine from North Carolina. He breaks tackles like they're nothing. Then there's Trey Harris, the wide receiver with lightning speed and hands that don't drop a thing. He made SEC defenses look slow last season, and now he's wearing powder blue. Justin Herbert finally has weapons, and fans are already dreaming of the deep balls, the touchdowns, and the comeback stories. This is just the beginning. The Chargers didn't just draft for talent, they drafted with a purpose. Every move screams one thing. Power football is back in L.A. Omarion Hampton, and Trey Harris aren't just solid picks. They're pieces of a plan. This isn't guesswork, it's Jim Harbaugh playing the long game. He wants a team that can punch defenses in the mouth, and now he has the tools. Herbert's deep game suffered last season. Without real targets, those long throws just didn't land. But Harris changes everything. He averaged over 100 yards per game in college, and that kind of production doesn't lie. Defenses won't be able to stack the box anymore, and Herbert gets the breathing room he deserves. And then there's Hampton. He's not your average rookie running back. At 220 pounds, he runs like a freight train with vision. Defenders bounce off him. Over 2 seasons at North Carolina, he racked up more than 3,100 yards and 30 touchdowns. That's not hype, that's dominance. But here's where it gets even more serious. The Chargers went out and signed Najee Harris from Pittsburgh. A proven power runner now joins forces with Hampton. That's a backfield built for war. Harbaugh turned this team into an 11-6 playoff machine last season. Now he's cranking the intensity even higher. With offensive coordinator Greg Roman by his side, both believers in hard-nosed football, this offense is becoming a battering ram. One thing's for sure, no defense is going to enjoy lining up against this squad. Now, here's the big question everyone's asking. How do you share the load when you've got 2-star running backs? Najee Harris has been a workhorse for years, carrying the ball over 250 times like it's nothing. And Omarion Hampton? He's no backup. He's a starter in his own right. This is the kind of challenge coaches love and fans argue over. Some believe this ground-and-pound duo will finally give Justin Herbert the freedom to launch deep passes without carrying the team on his shoulders. Others worry the offense might become too old school, and Herbert could get lost in the shuffle. Let's clear it up. Herbert is still the heart of this team. But now, defenses can't focus just on him. You stack the box, Herbert will burn you deep. Drop back into coverage, Najee and Hampton will run right through you. Pick your poison. And after that crushing playoff loss to the Texans, the Chargers aren't messing around. This isn't about sneaking into the postseason anymore. They're building a team to make a real run. The depth is deep. The identity? Tough, physical, and fearless. But here's the twist no one saw coming. The Keenan Allen situation just got real. Fans thought he'd return in free agency. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler, a Charger for over a decade. But then, silence. No updates. No signs of a reunion. And then, the shocker. The Chargers not only draft 2 wide receivers, Trey Harris and Keandre Lambert-Smith, but they also hand Allen's legendary number. 13 jersey to an undrafted rookie quarterback named DJ. That's not just a jersey swap, that's a message. Is this really the end of Keenan Allen in LA? After 11 unforgettable years, Allen was traded last spring by the new GM, Joe Hortiz. And Harbaugh's crew? They're not looking back. No speeches, no send-off. Just on to the next chapter. And fans? Yeah, they're feeling it. Fans are still trying to make sense of it. Number 13, Keenan Allen's jersey, handed to an undrafted rookie. That stings. For years, Allen was the go-to guy. Reliable, clutch, a true Charger. Watching him and Herbert light up secondaries was something special. Now, to see his number passed on so casually, it feels personal. But this new Chargers leadership? They're not here for nostalgia. They're chasing wins. And their draft tells the story. Trey Harris already looks like a future star. Keandre Lambert-Smith brings breakaway speed. And let's not forget tight end Oronda Gadsden. Big, athletic, and a matchup nightmare. Together, they give Herbert new weapons, but also new pressure. Chemistry doesn't happen overnight, and time is short. Still, the message from the front office is clear. We've moved on. We're ready. Free agency came and went with barely a whisper. No blockbuster signings. No last-minute deals. It's almost like the Chargers are saying, we've got what we need. Fans are split. Some are still holding out hope that Allen's story in LA isn't over. Others see the jersey switch as the final chapter closing. But here's the twist. Maybe we're missing the bigger picture. Because while everyone's focused on Allen, the Chargers are making quiet moves that could shake everything up. Right after the draft, they grabbed a few undrafted prospects, and one name has people talking. Raheem "Rocket" Sanders, the running back from South Carolina. He didn't get drafted, but don't let that fool you. Sanders racked up 881 rushing yards last season, averaging 4.8 per carry and scored 11 touchdowns. Oh, and he caught 27 passes for over 300 yards. He's tough, versatile, and under the radar. Exactly the kind of player who could explode in the right system. Is he just a camp body, or could he be the steal of the offseason? Time will tell. But one thing's clear. The Chargers aren't done surprising us. Raheem Sanders might have gone undrafted, but don't let that fool you. At 6 feet 2 inches and 225 pounds, this guy is a rare mix of size and speed. He doesn't just run through defenders, he runs past them. Some draft experts had him going as high as the 5th round. Instead, the Chargers picked him up for nothing. That's what you call a steal. Now, with Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton already in the backfield, Sanders is fighting an uphill battle for touches. But this roster? It's still wide open. The competition is heating up. Kimani Vidal is in the mix, a day 3 pick from last year with flashes of potential. Hassan Haskins might carve out a spot through special teams. But Sanders, he's the wild card. In 2024, the Chargers carried 4 running backs. That opens the door just enough. If Sanders can turn heads during camp, even a few plays that show his college form, he might just grab a spot on the final 53-man roster. And if not, he's still valuable. Coaches love having guys like him on the practice squad. Reliable, dangerous, ready to step up at any moment. This is how you build a contender. Not just stars, but depth. Not just highlights, but options. Because when the playoffs hit, it's not always the big names who carry the load. It's the next man up. And Sanders might be that guy. It's becoming clearer every day. The Chargers are building something serious. The offense is loaded with fresh talent. There's a new edge to their identity. They're tough. They're physical. They're not just trying to keep up anymore. They're pushing to take over. Sure, questions remain. The Keenan Allen saga still hangs in the air. But while the past fades, the future is charging forward. Harbaugh has his plan. Herbert finally has a full arsenal. And the fans, we've got something to believe in again. So, where does this all lead? Super Bowl? Maybe. One more smart move, one more surprise. This team could go all the way. The pieces are falling into place. The energy is shifting. And if you're a Chargers fan, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This ride isn't just starting, it's about to take off.